Hello, and welcome to Women Over 40 Losing Weight. I'm your host, Dr. Kisha Pickford, a nurse practitioner, hormone informed metabolic and weight loss strategist, and I'm also the founder of Ample Health and Wellness. This is the podcast where we have real, honest conversations about what it actually takes to feel better, stay consistent, and take care of your health after 40 without the extremes, guilt, or the confusion. And today, we're talking about something a lot of women struggle with this time of year: staying consistent during summer. Because let's be honest, summer routines can get a little messy. Vacations happen, family visits happen, schedules change, cookouts are happening, travel happens, and suddenly the healthy routine you were doing in spring starts feeling harder to maintain. And I'm here with my co host, Jay. Jay, let me ask you a little bit about this. What do you think about summer and the routines and consistency women over 40 sometimes are on, but may sidetrack?
It's so true. Summer throws us curveballs. Schedules change and it's easy to feel like you're off track. But I'm guessing you're about to say it doesn't have to mean starting from scratch, right?
Absolutely. It doesn't mean we have to start from scratch. Honestly, people think that women stop caring about health during the summer months. But honestly, I think that is not true because women don't stop caring. I think life just starts to look a little bit different. And there are extras that are happening during this time. The kids are home, travel picks up, weekend events increase. You may be eating out a little bit more. You may be sleeping different. And before you know it, women start saying, I've fallen off track.
So is it really the summer that's sabotaging the progress? Or is it more about how we react when things change?
That's the real question because summer isn't the problem, perfection thinking is. A lot of women feel like if they can't do everything exactly the way they were doing it before, they're failing. And honestly, again, I've had seasons like this too. Between working hospital shifts, running Ample Health and Wellness, doing podcasts, life responsibilities, and just real life in general happening, there are times where my routine looks a little different. And one thing I had to stop doing was telling myself, I'll just start over later, because that mindset can quietly turn into weeks of inconsistency.
So instead of trying to be perfect, what really shifted for you in those moments?
I stopped chasing perfect routines and I started adjusting my routines. Some examples are maybe I didn't have time for a long workout, but I could walk for 10, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe meals weren't perfect, but I could still prioritize protein and vegetables before I had anything else. Maybe my schedule changed, but my habits didn't disappear. They were still there. And I have a client story I can tell you about as well.
I'd love to hear it. What happened with your client when those summer changes hit?
Because I see this all the time with clients during summer. I had a client who had been doing really well earlier in the year. Then vacation season hit. Her family came into town. Her travel increased, not only in town, I think they had a couple of family trips going just a little bit out of town to different spots or areas to visit. And her schedule just shifted completely out of control. And she started feeling like she had ruined everything because life happened. But when we talked, I reminded her, vacation is not a failure. Having fun, having life, having and making memories with your family, that just happens. So we shifted the focus from perfection to consistency. And some examples on her end were we prioritized her hydration, her walking, we balanced meals when possible, and getting right back into routines afterwards. And guess what? She stayed much more consistent emotionally and physically when she came back into town and we did all of these changes.
And honestly, after 40, that consistency matters more than any extreme. It's really about adapting to what life's throwing at you, right?
Correct. Because hormone changes, stress, poor sleep, and busy schedules can already make wellness routines harder. So the answer usually isn't do more, do more. It's actually simplify more. Make it simple. Because summer does not mean your wellness journey stops. It just means your routine may need to adjust.
And I think a lot of women really need that permission. So if someone's summer has thrown them off, what's one simple thing they can do to stay consistent?
Well, let's not just give them one choice or option or tip. I always like to give a few because everybody does it differently. If summer has thrown them off of the routine, a few things that I or we would recommend to focus on is to drink your water, prioritize your protein, move your body when you can, and don't panic over vacation meals. And most importantly, don't quit on yourself.
That's a great reminder. And if someone's looking for support to stay consistent, what's the next step they can take with you?
One of the things that I would recommend and something that they can take with them is that I created my 10-day habit stacking program through Ample Health and Wellness. And I think this is something that can actually help you stay consistent during the summer because sometimes women don't need another extreme plan. They just need realistic habits that fit real life. And if you want a personalized look at your nutrition and wellness habits, my nutrition audit is also a great next step.
So those are great programs, but don't forget about the book. The Wait is Over offers even more tools for lasting wellness after 40, and the link is in the description.
Yes, we cannot forget about the book. The wait is over, and we will definitely link it in the description with the other programs that were mentioned. Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate that. And I think that should wrap us for this episode. What do you think?
I think that's the perfect wrap up. You covered it all and it felt natural. I'm sure your listeners will find it really helpful. Great job.
Yes, hopefully they will find this episode helpful as well. Well, thank everyone so much for spending time and listening to us today. If this episode helped you, be sure to follow the show so you don't miss what's coming next. And remember, summer may change your routine, but it does not have to stop your progress. Until next time, give yourself grace, take care of your health, and keep moving forward. Bye, everyone. And thank you, Jay, so much once again. See you or talk to you next time, Jay.
You're so welcome, Keisha. It was a pleasure. I can't wait for the next one. Take care and talk soon.